Here's an idea. How many times have we been told we let people cheat basically so that we can monitor them to stop them better? Hey, it's been 4 years. Maybe it's time we stop just watching from the cuck chair and actually getting involved and banning some cheaters.
I'd like to get involved, yeah.
Get involved, get mixy one time. But cool, your systems that watch cheaters my ass are working better than intended. We are live, boys and girls. Welcome to Dropshot. Excuse me, Call of Duty Podcast, episode number 483. And this is going to be a fun one, I think. For bad reasons, this will be a fun one. Welcome to the show. We do have a couple things to talk about. I wouldn't say a lot, but there's a lot to talk about. The fact of there being not a lot to talk about, it'll make sense soon. Welcome to the show. We do have some announcements, so stick around toward the end of the program if you want to hear those. But for now, I think we're going to dive right into it. So, as those of you who have been around a while or have worked a job before that's not retail would know, this happens every year where the new game comes out in the holiday season, and then they may or may not fix all the bugs that they unleashed before they go on their supposedly 1 week,
it's 2,
but feels like 2 week holiday break where there are no devs in the office. No one's at the wheel. And some years they've done a poor job. Some years they've done a good job, actually. Last year, for example, they did quite a good job.
Last year they did a good job, yeah.
And you think by now they would have learned their lesson. And in fact, I remember Tanner and I saying, oh, I'm glad BO6 is launching so early this year, because that means, and they did like a really early season 1 start. So that means they'll have lots and lots and lots of time to fix the bugs that expectedly you're going to have when you do a big integration and whatever before they go on this holiday break and they can leave us in a playable state. Today's patches, such as they are effectively the last opportunity for them to have done something. Right?
Yeah, we've got about 1 day left, buddy. That's about it.
I mean, technically, they've got 1 day left, yeah, but no one works on Fridays, certainly not Activision devs. They don't work on a day that ends in day, actually, which we are about to find out. But this is really the last hope. One last hope. One final hope. The patch that we got today. Was it enough? Is a good, solid question, because we are now at, let me see, on my master list.
What are we at, man?
We are at 44 Warzone bugs.
Yeah, we added, what, about 8 in the last 24 hours? Something like that? 6,
probably
maybe?
Something like that, yeah.
Classic.
Mm-hmm. So.
Demotion protection, by the way.
Oh, did I put that in here?
You did, yeah,
it's in there. Yeah, okay, yeah. So. Let's see what we got. So let's get into the patch notes, starting with this first link.
Okay. What do we got here?
This is BO6 Season 1 patch notes.
Okay. Let me pull those up here.
This is like for multiplayer, zombies, things like that.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Nothing.
Oh.
Absolutely nothing.
Oh.
By the way,
yeah,
Thursday.
That says December 12th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thursday the 19th, which is today, is normally the patch day, right? Normally they do patches on Thursdays. When's the last time we had a Friday patch? Let's do a little scrolling. So that's a Thursday. That's a Wednesday.
About 2 weeks ago, actually.
That's a Tuesday. Yep. Okay.
December 6th, they did one.
December
which was
6th
an odd
was a Friday.
patch.
Yes. So, okay. So you know
There's
what?
hope.
Yeah. I have hope. So, okay, well, that's it for multiplayer. But you know what? It's kind of fun because multiplayer and zombies, by and large, are doing okay.
Yeah.
So let's hop over to
okay.
Warzone
So we're
one.
done with that link. Okay, let's get to the next
done.
one.
Yeah, that's it. There's
All
nothing to
right.
fucking talk about because the devs don't work.
Yeah.
So that's all. That's all,
Okay.
folks.
Oh, here we go.
Bugs Bunny. And now we're going to Warzone.
Oh,
Okay.
Thursday, December 19th. That's today. Okay. All right.
Thursday, December 19th. That is today. So in the last week, since our last episode on covering patch notes, there was no patch but for today's patch. So this is the most recent patch, or excuse me, the least recent patch that we have not covered today. That's it. There was one. But that's, you know what? That's fine. Because at least we got a patch this week for Warzone, which is not in a functional state. So let's get into the patch notes.
Okay.
I'm excited. Okay, here we go. Weapons. Oh yeah, I gotta write this down actually. Okay. AMR for unlock insta whatever. Okay.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
So yeah, the AMR mod 4 sniper rifle is now available.
Okay.
I'll actually just talk about it now. Today they came out with the new event where you pick up the pop figures in game, and if you collect a total of like 200 or 300, you can get all the little goodie bags on the what is it called? Nativity calendar.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Or whatever.
Yeah, like calling cards and stuff like that, and like guns and loading screens,
Things that
right?
are cool and I care about.
Oh, I need to grind that. Okay, yeah.
So yeah, we got to grind that because the event just came out today.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I died to an AMR in multiplayer because I was waiting for the boys from the fire group chat, of course, to get online. And I died to the new sniper, and I was like, oh, the new sniper's out? Bet. So then I went to the main menu. I went to the event, and Tanner's like, yeah, it's in the event tab. I was like, oh, this event just launched. Shoot. I got to start grinding pop figures.
Yeah. Get on that grind.
Get on that grind because you need, again, like 200 or 300 to unlock the new sniper, which requires you complete the nativity calendar.
Yeah.
You have to get all the little things, cost about 300. So I was like, damn, I'm going to have to grind for a while. I don't think I'm going to have it for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, though. What's interesting is that I guess my character, right, was secretly collecting, and I'm dead serious, literally thousands of pop figures.
Nice.
So I was like,
you've been grinding.
Okay, I guess I have the sniper. Sick 14-day event that they intended to kind of be some content dribble that would last for their holiday break that I've instantly completed retroactively with roughly 12,100 pop figures to spare.
Yeah. Dude, I had 41,000. Guys, let's just call them tokens. I had 41,000 tokens. The event had just started. The event, if you unlock every single square, it's literally about 400 tokens. And I had 40,000 of them immediately. Nothing. If this is not a prime example of when we constantly say the game does not work, there you go. Nothing works. Not a single facet of the game works correctly. I'm dead serious. Nothing works. Their fucking event doesn't even work. It's sad. It's just at the point now where I'm so disappointed, it's sad. There is something seriously wrong with the development studios right now. There are major issues going on internally. There has to be, because it's inexcusable and it's sad at this point. The anger's essentially gone. It's just a joke and it's sad now. Nothing fucking works, guys. True. Even though it works in our favor, nothing works. Cool.
Yeah, it's like I'm not.
I'm not mad. It's just funny. It's crazy that nothing works.
Exactly. Like I'm not I'm not sitting here thinking, man, I wish I didn't have 12,600 tokens right now.
Yeah.
Because I was really looking forward to painstakingly grinding these out in Call of Duty while they're off gallivanting in Napa for Christmas or whatever with their sizable bonuses probably for the year.
You think they got bonuses?
I hope they didn't, but I'm sure they
That's
did.
That's a really bad thought you just put in my head. You kind of ruined my whole day by saying that.
And lots of copies.
They probably got bonuses. Yeah.
They probably did. Yes. So
Ted's buying another Tesla with it.
He certainly could. Yeah. So I'm not like, this is not a big deal to me. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. I got the gun. Whatever. But it just goes to show you, this is just one of the literal dozens of just things that are not even close to working as intended. I mean, it's not even close. It shouldn't, like, there were no pop figures on the ground before this. And even if there were, I certainly didn't get 12,000 of them. So what's going on? By the way, Tanner has played much less than I have.
And I had more than double yours.
More like double my tokens, yeah. So what's going on there? No idea. No rhyme or reason. Nothing works. And it made me laugh. Yeah. But anyway, you guys can probably get the sniper if... I don't know. I don't even know.
This is a bug for everybody. Every single person has experienced this. Even if you probably haven't logged on to Warzone ever, you can probably log on right now for the first time ever, and you'll just have tokens for no damn reason, and then you can finish the event. So pretty sure that's the way it's working. But the sniper, by the way, supposedly at one-shot headshots up to like 89 meters, but it does really bad damage everywhere else other than to the head. So one-shot headshot
Warzone,
up to 89 meters in Warzone. Body shots, it's like 3 chest shots. And it's got a lot of recoil. It's got horrendous mobility. It's got a slow reload. Absolutely not going to be worth using at all. 89 meter one-shot range. It's not going to be worth using.
Is that before or after attachments?
I think that's the max you can get.
Oh, okay.
So, not going to be worth using.
Well, yeah, you can't one-shot in ranked anyway. They might be, though. The signal was... I don't remember how much chest damage the signal was, actually. But, I don't know.
It's just, it's very slow and clunky. So when you can have basically the same one-shot headshot range with like an LR, I don't see a reason to run this. I haven't used it. I just saw a couple tweets about it, so maybe things will change.
Yeah, we'll see. But I think it's possible it'll be good for ranked, because you are fighting people inside 89 meters pretty often, and it being semi-auto means you get a lot more opportunities to get that 299 damage. If it works that way in ranked, actually. Yeah, I don't know. So if it can do 299 in ranked to the head, I think it might become good. I don't know about better than an XM4 necessarily, but it might enter the fold in the same way the signal did in Moz. But if it clamps the headshot damage even more than 299 in ranked, then no, it won't be worth using. Yeah, probably not. Unless it was like 250 or something. But even then, at that point, I'm not sure it's worth it then. But anyway, there you go.
Long-range guns weren't good in MW2. That's also why the signal was meta. Now you can beam long-range. So
that's a great point, too. Yeah. That's a great point too, because in Al Mazrah, everyone ran red dots because all the recoil and stuff. So the signal actually was touching people way farther away. Yeah, so that's true too. We'll see, but yeah, I'm not super optimistic because that is a great point, especially the Extreme M4. But anyway, there you go. So okay, cool. So no bug fixes yet, but that's fine. They added a new gun. They said they were going to, and they added it, and it does work. I can shoot the gun in game, so that's
nice.
Good. So they restricted the AMR Mod 4 CHF barrel attachment. What does that mean?
You can't use it in Warzone at all.
Oh, this is the Warzone notes. That's right. Okay, yeah. Okay, you can't use that in Warzone.
The attachment.
Yes, okay. They removed the restriction on the Core 45 pistol.
Because that was bugged, right? And doing insane damage again. Like it's been bugged like 4 different times now.
Classic. Okay. And then and they also removed the restriction on Akimbo SOGs. So,
Okay.
All right, cool. Next is audio. Okay, 3 notes here.
Oh, that's a good sign. All right.
Reduced environmental reverb effects across all player-friendly and enemy footsteps. Okay. I played today after this patch. This particular note seems like is true.
Yeah, I believe this to be true.
There does seem to be less reverb. Yeah. Which is good.
I've been reverbed. Yeah.
And I'll take it. Yeah, this is good, and I'll take it.
W.
Next one. Reduced volume of first-person players' footsteps.
I didn't notice this, to be honest. I didn't think about it, though.
I suspect this is also true because I did not hear myself walking and think about it today.
Yeah. Okay.
So this probably is true. And this is really good.
So we're at, what do we have, 3 notes here? Okay, so we're at 2 out of 3 are true so far. All right, we're looking good.
2 out of 3 appear to be true. Yes, they appear to be true. And then the last one, this sounds good. Increased volume of enemy footsteps.
Oh, that's good.
That would be good if true. This does not appear to be true. And unfortunately, well, I don't know if this is the most important of those 3. All 3 of these things, if they were done correctly, would be good. This one did not appear to be implemented, or it is not very big of an increase. I died twice today not hearing people I should have heard. One of them was really bad. I posted it in our Discord in the Cat Piss Deaths channel. You guys can go listen to that. Crank your volume and tell me if you hear the faintest fart of a footstep, because I sure didn't. Obviously, you'll be able to tell. And then, and there was another time that I forgot to clip it, but some guy just runs up right behind me and we lose a game. Literally lose a game only because I didn't hear someone I should have heard. And that was, again, after this patch. So did they increase the volume of any footsteps? Maybe or maybe not. But you know what? Honestly,
nobody knows.
The issue with enemy footstep audio at this point isn't really the volume of it. It is the consistency of it or lack thereof. Because I'll honestly, 80% of the time, I will hear someone I should hear pretty clearly and loudly, even before this patch. But then 20% of the time, I will not hear someone at all that I should have heard clearly and loudly. So I don't think it's a volume issue. I think it is an occlusion issue, probably, or some other consistency issue. Because there's no other way to explain how, in one scenario, guys running up to me and I hear them really well and really loudly, and then in another scenario, I don't hear them at all. It's not like a volume problem. Like it's something else. That's what it seems like to me. I don't know. We'll play more, but the audio still leaves some or much to be desired. But the audio, frankly, is in a palatable enough state at this time. And there are other things that are worse, frankly, that need more attention. Let's put the audio on the back burner. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but the audio is at a caliber that is genuinely far above a lot of other issues in Warzone right now. So if we can get everything in the game to the standard of the audio in the game right now, which is like a 6.5, that would be a start. That would be a massive improvement. So I don't know. What did you think about the audio today, though?
Nothing seemed better, I don't think. It seemed about the same or maybe worse in some scenarios, but it wasn't like you logged on and immediately everything was like really good all of a sudden. So this is hard to say. I mean, I only played like 3 games and every single one of them had a cheater in ranked play or a bug that killed us. So it's kind of hard to say.
Literally every one we lost to cheaters, yeah.
Yep.
So
I mean, that last game had what, 2 that we ran into? 3?
2 separate teams that we saw.
Yep.
So who knows how many, but yeah.
It's unplayable.
Just hunted us down.
It's literally unplayable. So
the game's just, yeah.
But yeah, we'll Yeah, we'll see about that. My opinion might change on this maybe in like a week or something. We realize, oh, wait, the audio actually is a lot better. It's pretty good, but so far seems the same.
Yeah, not super noticeable either, or if it is true. So last section.
Oh, bug fixes.
This is the moment we've all been waiting for, guys. Bug fixes.
Hell yeah.
Because again, remember, this is their last opportunity to fix the checks notes. 40, what was it? Checks the other notes. 44 bugs so far.
Big, large bugs. Big ones.
In Warzone. Big ones. This is their last opportunity before the 2-week Christmas break they're about to take. Bug fixes.
Let's take them one by one. I don't want to spoil the surprise, so I just have one up on the screen to start with because I'm sure we're gonna get a bunch of these.
Strap in, guys, because I bet you, because there are again 44 bugs that just me and some other people have found ourselves. God knows how many other ones that there are that we forgot to write down or haven't run into yet.
Okay.
To fix. This is going to be a long list, surely, because they wouldn't leave us with 44 minus, I don't know, 3 bugs before they log off for 2 weeks, right? So let's get into it. Strap in, get a snack. First one. Fixed an exploit that allowed players to use unintended perks. And then subnote, we are continuing to investigate an unrelated issue with the ghost perk.
I know what that means. What's the ghost perk issue?
It would be cool if they told us, right?
Got it. Yeah, you don't know either.
Wouldn't it be really cool if they told us what that issue might be? I would like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind knowing what that issue is. I'd be okay with it.
I don't know what this issue is, actually. I don't know. It might be, Metaphor was talking about this. He said if you load into the pregame lobby, like while it's filling, with Ghost on your class, and you die, you will just have Ghost, whether you actually have the perk or not, for the rest of that game. Okay. That was his Black Helicopters theory. I don't know if this is true or not. He doesn't either, but that's his guess. That could be the unrelated issue with the Ghost perk.
Got it.
I don't know. That's my only guess because I don't know what else it could be. Who knows? It would have been cool if they told us, but they didn't because I don't know. So anyway, back to the main point. Fix an exploit that allowed players to use unintended perks. What does that mean? Well, we went over this on Patreon yesterday, but there's a screenshot floating around Twitter that some guy posted, and it's a message from a cheater Discord, and it's advertising this cheat, and it says, hey, if you guys want some perks, you can get these perks, which you normally can't get. Perk 1, you can get hunted. So everyone glows red 125 meters around you, enemies. So wall hacks, basically. But it's a perk, which is weird. Perk 2, you can get specialist, which...
Oh, I'd like to run that in my perk 2 slot.
That'd be pretty cool, yeah. I'd like to take one perk to get all the perks. And then perk 3 is, I don't know, Giga Nerd, and you move 25% faster. And then also, you reload 100% faster.
Oh, that sounds like a perk I'd like to have in the game, actually.
I would love. Well,
how do you get it?
So I'd love these perks, and the guy said like I'm selling it for $30 or whatever. So basically just cheats. I mean, kind of all it is. If this is what they're referring to, then I wouldn't call this an exploit, which is what they called it. I would just call it cheating. Particularly the one where enemies around 125 meters of you glow red. That's literally wall hacks, right? I mean, is this an exploit or is this just literally cheating? I don't know. So anyway, whatever. They said they fixed it. If that's what they're talking about, then this is kind of a good thing. On the other hand, if someone's going to spend $30 to get 25% more movement speed, 100% more reload speed, all the perks in the game, and wall hacks in Warzone, surely they're also willing to spend money on just a standard, classic wall hack and aimbot combo, right? I mean, I can't think of a single person who's going to spend $30 for perks you shouldn't be allowed to have that are really good, but isn't willing to do that for engine owning or more standard cheats.
Yeah.
So on the one hand, good, I guess, but this is going to clamp down on literally zero cheaters. Because if you're willing to buy the unintended perks, you're also going to be willing to buy cheats. So they're just going to switch to that. Yeah. So, okay. Well, we have some more fun things to show you, but we'll wait on that. So, okay, good. That's a good bug fix, though. I'll take it. It still should be removed from the game. So let's go to the next one.
We're at number 2 out of question mark. Here we go.
Number 2 out of question mark. Yeah, we're slow rolling this. Fixed collision issues with various elements across Ricochet, allowing players to exploit, peek, or shoot through them. Okay, all right, sure. Again, quick fix still doesn't work, by the way, and I still can't res my teammates. So let's put those at the top of the list.
I've also never even seen anybody do this yet in my lobbies. Nobody's ever been in a wall and have killed me through it.
That was going to be exactly my next point. Yes. This is a big deal when it's happening, but I've never seen it, and I've played lots and lots. So, again, this is a good bug fix if this was happening and if they fixed it, both of which, by the way, are completely open questions.
Yeah.
But this is certainly not the biggest deal in the world, because whatever these collision issues may have been, they were not at the same level as Caldera, where it was like every game someone was shooting you under airport or whatever it was called. But whatever, sure, I'll take it. All right, cool. Next bug fix.
Bug fix number 3. Let's take a peek.
Bug fix number 3. Wow. Fixed an issue in Holiday Rush where Santa was unable to aim at lower elevations.
Huge. You know, that happened to me one time. I was like, fuck, man. Santa wasn't able to aim at lower elevations there. And I was like, God, this game sucks because of that reason. I'm glad they fixed this. God dang, that's good to know.
Yeah. That's...
Great fix. Great fix. And I know what it means. So that's good.
Yeah, what is... You're right. I don't even really know what that means, but whatever. Okay. He was hip firing instead.
Okay.
And you guys figured this out? I hate
It's because that's all they play. They only play Holiday Rush and Plunder. All right, let's go to bug fix number 4. Ready?
So let's go to bug fix number 4.
Oh, they must have formatted it weird. I'm not seeing any yet.
Yeah. Did they put the rest?
Big straight line down there somewhere.
Yeah, and then under that, it says Thursday, December 12th, almost as if those are all of the patch notes. 3, all of the bug fixes right before they go on holiday break. So maybe it's a formatting issue. Maybe they put the rest of them, the other 41, under Thursday, December 12th.
Yeah, maybe. Think there's any down there?
I'm looking, and you know what?
Oh, there were 5 there. Yeah. Oh, but we covered those already.
These were the 5 they pretended to have addressed last week, which we covered, such as fixed an issue with Weaver's repairman skin so it properly displays at farther distances. It doesn't, by the way. That wasn't true. And that's it. We got 3 bug fixes before the holiday break.
Really?
One of them affected almost no one, the collision issue. One of them was like stopping a cheat, which is good. And then one of them was fixing an arcane bug. I don't know how anyone even noticed Santa wasn't aiming. Oh, this guy's hip firing a lot. Maybe this is a bug. Let me send in a report. That's the last bug fix. Complete insanity.
Think of the classic emoji, the classic GIF, as large as it can go. Just take a look at the wall inside of your room and imagine classic on your wall. Just get a projector. That's what you need to do. Why don't you order a projector on Amazon? For Saturday's pod, we'll just have classic wide playing on your fucking wall the whole time in the background. That'd be good.
We really should.
God, that would be good.
That is fucking it, dude. That is it. I still can't res my teammates sometimes, and it loses me games. Quick fix still doesn't work, which is a perk I would love to run. I still spawn into the gulag with no weapons. I'm still seeing people run on air without weapons at the same time in the gulag. The servers are still fake. The gulags are still fake. Rejoin match doesn't work all the time. Tracker doesn't ping who downed you. I can't jump off a ladder without instantly parachuting. My detailed stats still don't show. Your items sometimes despawn after 3 seconds. Sometimes the gulag just ends before anyone dies and it just gives someone a winner. I mean, this is just, once again, scratching the surface of the fucking disaster that this game is in terms of bugs only.
Yeah.
That they are just going to leave in the game for the next 2 weeks. Not to mention, right? Not to mention all of the cheaters.
Yeah.
Of which there are fucking lots. Lots and lots and lots. Tanner Cope and I played ranked Warzone 3 times today. We lost SR in 3 games. Oh, there's another bug, by the way. You might be thinking, wait, if you played 3 ranked matches and you have SR protection for your first match of the day, how did you lose SR in 3 matches instead of just 2? Because you would have had SR protection for your first loss. Hey, listener, great fucking question. That's because that's another bug, because the game doesn't fucking work. Right? The game doesn't fucking work. It's terrible. It
doesn't work very well,
So it tells Tanner, oh, you have SR protection because it's your first match of the day. And then we die to rage cheaters. And then we go back to the lobby screen. And Tanner whips out a Marlboro Red, lights it, smokes it.
God, I want to smoke a cigarette
in my room
so bad
while
right now.
smugly grinning.
Yeah.
And says, classic. I did lose SR. Got it. I've got it. There's another bug. So the cheaters are, I mean, literally, we were 0 for 3 in terms of dodging cheaters in ranked. By the way, Tanner, you're fucking gold. You're gold rank in ranked Warzone, and Cope and I are platinum.
Yeah.
We're not even diamond.
Yeah.
We're shitter fuck rank. And there are cheaters that are crim and iridescent just running our pockets.
It's unplayable.
It's an unplayable video
Ranked
game.
is ranked Warzone, and I'm sure obviously multiplayers like it too. Just completely unplayable. Yeah. I mean, Cope was saying he was watching Diaz Biffle, the best Warzone player in the world and the best Call of Duty player in the world right now. He was watching him stream yesterday, and I believe he said he had been live for like 5 or 6 hours, and his cheater counter on his stream was at like, what did he say, 26? Something like that?
26.
26. And this is the best Warzone player in the world who, without a doubt, knows when somebody's cheating or not. 100% of the time he knows when somebody's cheating or not, by the way. 26 cheaters and ranked play in one single stream. Up to that point. It's literally unplayable. It's so, every single stream you go in, I was watching Huskers last night. He died, was it 3 or 4 times in 2 matches? And I'm dead serious. Every single person that downed him and killed him was cheating. Every single time.
Yep.
Like, obviously cheating. Just watching through walls, tracking perfectly.
Yeah.
Obviously cheating. Without a doubt, nobody would deny that, oh yeah, that guy's cheating. And all of them thought that. It wasn't just Huskers to be like, oh, this guy's cheating. Nope. Then they killed Unrational, and he's like, yep, that guy's cheating. It's just, you can't play the game. You cannot play the game at all.
We're approaching Verdansk levels of bad when it comes to the cheaters. They're not like using iron sight cars and just shooting you across the map. They're not being that absurd, but some of them are. And even if you're not being completely absurd, the walling alone, I mean, is really, really bad. And then they're probably aim locking when they get tilted enough by dying to other cheaters, probably. And you might be thinking, like, okay, Biffle streamed for 6 hours, and he thinks he saw 26 cheaters. He's literally the best Warzone player on Earth, so he would know when someone's cheating or not. But let's assume he was wrong literally half of the time. So let's assume that was 13 cheaters in a 6-hour stream. How many games of Warzone, especially ranked Warzone, where queuing is a chore, would 6 hours be probably about 12.
Probably, yeah. You're looking at about 30 minutes, especially when you're him and he's making it to end game every time. Between time you're queuing and whatnot, it's about 30 minutes.
About 30 minutes. So about 12 games of Warzone. And if he was only correct about half of the cheaters, that means not only would there have been a cheater in more than every single game he played, but a cheater he specifically ran into to catch.
And probably also killed him.
Every single game he played. Correct.
He also kills cheaters himself and probably never knows if that guy was cheating or not.
Exactly.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
And if we do take him at his word, which is what I would do, he was probably right. Probably about 26. Probably everyone he called a cheater was a cheater. He might have been wrong about one or two of them, but like Tanner just said, how many cheaters did he kill and not know they were cheating or just not run into in a certain game? More than whatever he was wrong about. So you can call it 26. 26 in 12 games? Bro, that's insane. That's more than 2 cheaters every single game.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing is the question I have. It's really bad.
Yeah.
And it's not looking great for the next 40 days. We'll get into that as well. But this is bad. At least they could have fixed a lot of the bugs before they go on break. So then you would be dying to cheaters a lot, but you could, I don't know, go play the holiday LTM or whatever. And it would be a like working experience before you run into cheaters, but you don't even have that. Like the game either doesn't work or you run into cheaters, most often both. It's actually not fun. And it does seem to be getting worse and more buggy. It seems to be getting worse and more buggy, which is insane. Not in the sense of like there are new bugs all the time, although there may be, but more like the bugs that I've already known exist are happening to me more and more often than they used to, like 2 weeks ago. It's very weird, but this is not it. And yeah, something is going on. I don't know what, but something behind the scenes at Activision is unraveling. This is not good. So, anyway, that's it. Those are the patch notes. I mean, we have a couple other tweets. We're going to go over them now.
We got a couple super chats real quick. Hold on. Ramin with a $6.99 Canadian. Thank you very much, Ramin. Appreciate that, brother. And then Ozzy with $14.99 Australian dollary dues. Casey, your shoulders are looking large and wide, extremely broad, some might say. Just an absolute unit, which is a lie. And that was, again, $14.99 Australian currency.
Wow.
Kangaroos. Thank you, Ozzy. Appreciate you, boys.
Thank you for the $14.99 kangaroos and the $6.99 maple leaves.
Yeah.
Boys, we appreciate it. Nice of you to pop back in, Ozzy, by the way. Absolute Chad. Thank you, buddy. Thank you both. All right. Much appreciated. So, yeah, that makes me, those super chats really did help a lot. They made me feel better about this. My mood will once again immediately be ruined because I'm going to continue to cover COD. So, in its current state anyway. Call of Duty updates also tweeted on the 12th.
Oh.
This, I think they actually did fix. Maybe. This was a bug I noticed, but never had written down because I kept forgetting to. But we deployed a fix for an issue where the quick inventory would start on a previously selected slot rather than resetting to the leftmost slot. So I'm sure a lot of you ran into this issue where you're like, oh, we have enough money to buy. I'm going to drop money on the buy. So then you open your backpack, you press the drop button, and then you've dropped your plates. It's never done this in Warzone before. It always defaulted to your money for good reason. That just didn't work until maybe December 12th. Is this actually fixed? It may or may not be. I don't know. Because it used to not happen all the time. It used to only happen sometimes.
Nobody knows,
So like today, it didn't happen to me. but that doesn't mean they fixed it. It could just mean it hasn't done it yet, even though it's not in fact fixed. And you might be thinking, oh, but they said they fixed it. They probably did, especially if it didn't happen to you. They deserve no credit or no good faith. None. They might have not fixed more things than they... Of the things they've said they've fixed, since the integration of Warzone, it might actually be the case that they fixed fewer than half of those things. I'm almost not joking. There was a lot that they've said they fixed and didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get into more of that, in fact. But this may or may not be working now. If it is, cool. Thought I'd mention it. Because I guess we missed this last week. Here's another one. Also last week, they said this. At COD updates. We will be deploying an update shortly with the following changes. The cost of custom weapons in the buy station has been adjusted based on the number of attachments. So to buy a gun with 0 to 5 attachments, 2,500, 6, 5,500, 7, 65, and then 8, 8,000. Which is completely insane, by the way. So
yeah, it is.
If I'm playing solos in Warzone, I can buy a gun for 8K, or I can buy a loadout with perks, the same gun and the same number of attachments, equipment, and a secondary for less than 8K.
Yeah. Classic.
So, I mean,
completely thought
not
out.
Engaging our brains.
Yeah.
This is designed by people who, like Activision devs, do not play their own game, obviously. So this is a bad change for them to have made. Oh, wait. They didn't make it. They lied again.
It didn't work.
They lied again. The reason they did this, by the way, is because there was a bug where if you had a gunfighter blueprint with 8 attachment slots filled, it would cost $500, which is way cheaper than it was ever intended to be. So they put out this to fix that. And then it didn't work. Those guns, instead of being 8K, became, I think it was 2,500. One of my guns, by the way, cost 3,500 after this update.
It makes sense.
Now you might notice that literally shouldn't be possible based on the numbers they posted here. There's no 3,500 number in here.
There's not. No, I'm not seeing one.
There isn't one, but it costs 3,500. The game just doesn't work. So they said they did this. They lied again. And then we'll have more on that in a second. But in this tweet, they also said the number of placement matches required to unlock Warzone ranked play has been changed. Now, okay, the last time I read something like that, this is what this reminded me of. Area 99 lobbies were dying too quickly. And the game was ending in like the third circle because it didn't seem to have enough people on it, right? So we were kind of annoyed with that. And then there was an update and I read it and it started off and it said, based on feedback and our own internal data, we have changed the player count on Area 99 Resurgence. And I smiled and I was like, cool, that's good. I'm excited. That's what we need to do. And then bullet point lowered the player count for all party sizes. Oh, oops. We went in the exact fucking opposite direction of where I thought this was going. And then I whipped out a Marlboro cigarette, lit it, put it in my mouth, smiled smugly, shook my head, and chuckled.
Yeah.
Classic. Wide classic, actually. Yeah. So I was like, okay, these guys are fucking insane. And reading this, I had the exact same experience. Because again, I'm going to read it to you. The number of placement matches required to unlock Warzone ranked play has been changed. Now, when you hear that and you think of the problem with Warzone ranked right now, what's the big problem with Warzone ranked?
The game sucks? Oh.
Well, that's maybe tied for number one. It's probably there are way too many cheaters. So it would be a good idea to increase the number of placement matches you need so that there are fewer cheaters, or at least it takes them longer to get into the ranked lobbies, right? So I read that and I was like, cool. But they did it. They did it again. They lowered it from 30 to 20. Got it. So now you can get into ranked Warzone even faster. Now, for legitimate players, this is fine. This is actually probably good. I don't think this is that as big of a deal as the Area 99 thing, because the reality is whether you needed 20 placement matches or 10 or 50 or 100, the cheating problem would still be almost exactly the same as it is now. So I'm not saying they should have increased the number of placement matches people need, because it wouldn't really change anything. However, lowering it's weird. Extremely. I kind of like it, actually, if there weren't so many cheaters, because that would make the lobbies have more players in them, more people queuing at the same time, meaning like silver, bronze, gold lobbies would have fewer super sweats in them because more people at that skill level would be queuing. So it's a good change. But I don't know. I don't know how it would impact the cheaters. I don't think it would matter either way. Ultimately,
I don't think it matters.
But this change doesn't matter at all. I don't think. Yeah, there's the same.
I don't think this impacts really anything in any way, honestly. Yeah. So anyway, that's cool. So anyway, just to remind you again, they said they changed the cost of custom guns depending on the number of attachments. That was yet another fucking fake news lie. Not true. So then, and by the way, it was immediately not true. It's not like it worked for a little while and then a day later it stopped working again and the prices changed. It never worked. It didn't work. So they said they did it. They did a patch and then the prices still didn't work. So then 4 fucking days later, they tweet, "We're aware of unintended purchase prices for weapons and buy stations. These prices will remain temporarily available until we deploy a fix." First of all, just fucking fix it, right? Just do it. It is your job. You have billions of dollars. You hire ostensibly smart people, capable people. Clearly not, actually, but I mean, that's the idea, right? This should not be a difficult bug to fix, but they have botched it twice now that I can recall, maybe more. And further, it took them 4 days to tweet this. Like, say it's not working as intended right away, or don't say anything at all until you've actually fixed it. But waiting 4 days to say, oh, we noticed for the last 4 days it hasn't been working. It's still not going to work, by the way, but we'll figure it out. That was the tweet.
Yeah.
4 days later.
Mm-hmm.
It's just insane. This is a AAA studio, or excuse me, publisher game.
That's what they say. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what they say. It's not feeling that way, but whatever. I don't know. I mean, anyway, more developments on that. 2 days ago, we've released a minor update with further adjustments.
It's crazy they can't get it right. They could not figure this out. This has to be one of the easiest bugs you can fix. It has to be. It has to be. It's just buy station prices.
It can't be that hard.
Like, this has to be so much easier than fixing something like quick fix sometimes not working, which they haven't fixed, of course. Like, this has to be one of the easiest bugs you can fix, and they just can't fucking do it. They can't do it.
So, yeah, right. So anyway, they say this. We released a minor update with further adjustments to the purchase price of custom weapons in the buy station. 0 to 5 attachments, 2,500. 6 or more attachments, 6,000. Okay. So a couple things. That means in 5 days, they just changed their mind on how much they should cost. That's how much deep thought goes into these changes. Is they were like, we want 8 attachment guns to be $8,000.
Yeah.
And then not 1 week later, they're like, actually, now let's make it 6,000.
Yep.
What? Like, what are we doing? Now, to be fair, this is better than 8,000 because that's just completely insane for a gunfighter gun when you could just buy a loadout playing solos for less than that. But just like, I don't know, it's very fickle and weird. But overall, that's better. Now, the real question, of course, is, was this also a lie? And I don't have the answer for you. I intended on checking today.
Yeah.
But we couldn't approach a buy station because we died to a cheater every single time. We actually did make it to a
according
buy station,
to some guy, who was it in Discord? I think it was Tolar. Tolar, however you fuck you say. Tolar. I think it was him who said that this wasn't working correctly. Because I think he responded to something that like you would tweet about it, and he said this still doesn't work correctly, by the way. I think he was saying like the blueprint guns were still 2,500 or something, maybe. I don't know. But
yeah.
So we'll check and let you guys know by Saturday. And if it's actually still bugged, dude, that is wild stuff. That would be over 7 days to fix the price of something in a buy station. Fucking day one shit.
Yeah.
God damn, they're so useless. They're so useless.
They're bad and not good. Yeah. They're not good at developing video games. It's been said before, and nothing's ever been more true.
Yeah.
I mean, so yeah, I'd be surprised if this was working as intended, honestly.
I'm sure there's still bugs with it, yep.
But regardless, I mean, this weapon purchase price thing is the perfect kind of symbol of the ineptitude of the Warzone team right now. They can't even fix this bug. And if you were expecting some big patch this week to address some or most of the bugs in an effective way before they went to Christmas, you are completely out of your fucking mind. I mean, you're out to lunch. I don't know how anyone could have thought that who was paying attention since the integration. They have fixed appropriately Scavenger. The Scavenger perk was not working correctly, and they fixed it, and it works as intended now. I'm not joking. I can't think of another bug that even somewhat matters that they have fixed since the integration. Literally, I can't think of one more than that. That's the only one I can think of.
Yeah.
It's hard to have faith. It's hard to have faith. Like, I expect the integrations to be buggy. I expect them to be a rough patch and, you know, a little rough for the first 3 weeks, maybe month. But not this rough. And also, I expect in those first, especially 2 weeks after the integration, for every single week, multiple bug fix patches that are real, that actually fix bugs. Because we've had a lot of integrations, so we've had a lot of practice doing them, first of all, and almost all of them have had problems. But most of the time, they would do the integration, it would be a fucking mess, but they would start cleanup on it and chip away at the problem. And then 2 or 3 weeks after the integration, the game's playable. We don't even have that this year. And it's weird. It's very strange. I am now not surprised by this being a dog shit patch, but I have been continually surprised since the integration till now at how little has been fixed.
Yeah.
Or changed
almost nothing
at all.
has been fixed.
almost nothing has been changed. Or fixed, I should say. It's outrageous. And I don't know what to think of that. I have no theories on what that is. But if you were expecting, if you're like, all right, well, game's going to be pretty buggy, but once they're back from Christmas break, it'll be all hands on deck and they'll start fixing a lot of bugs. Will they? I mean, I don't believe that. I believe that in Warzone 1, when they launched the DMR and then as soon as they pressed go live, immediately walked out of the office. It was really overpowered, but I had faith that when the devs got back, they were going to nerf it because it was insane, for example. But I don't have any faith that they're going to start fixing bugs when they come back because they've had lots of time to fix any bugs in the last 3 weeks and they just haven't. I don't know why. I don't have a theory. I don't have any inkling as to what the fuck is going on there. But my best guess, which isn't very meaningful because I don't know what to make of this, but my best guess is it has something to do with the Microsoft acquisition. That is the only thing I can think of that explains this.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't know
something
why.
Seriously going on internally. There has to be. Because like Chris said, they launched early. Yeah, they put out this Warzone update way early, and somehow it's like it feels like they've managed to fix less bugs in a month than they would have in like a week or 2 weeks. So we're still going to go into the break just full of bugs, and they launched it super early.
And they had more fun. Yeah, exactly.
I do have faith that there will be one more patch before Christmas that'll include bug fixes, but it won't matter at all because they'll fix maybe like 1 or 2 meaningful things on our list of 45 plus. And those are the only bugs that we've ran into, and they're large ones too. So I think we'll get one more patch and they'll fix a couple things, but it's just not going to matter. They're going to be playing catch up literally now until we get Verdansk, basically. Probably. It's going to take them... I mean, it's been a month and they've done nothing.
Like, actually almost nothing.
So we have Verdansk in like 3 months. How far are they going to get? Maybe it's just the same thing like this whole last year, why we didn't get a lot of content in MW2. They were all working on the integration for this game, so maybe it's something to do with that. And then now, but this year now, they're all working on Verdansk right now, and just nobody's working on this game, essentially. They're just already looking so far in advance. They're working on the next map, they're working on Avalon, and they've just already abandoned this game, is what it feels like. It feels like they've abandoned a game that came out 30 days ago.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. Yeah, they might be putting all their eggs in the Verdansk basket. I suppose that's true. But even if it were, they would still, like you mentioned yesterday, want to fix bugs that are not related to the map before they release a new map. Because like if they drop Verdansk and they're working really hard on it and they're making sure the map is very bug-free, that's cool and all. But if I'm playing this game on a bug-free Verdansk, I'm still going to be encountering 40 bugs. Because most of the bugs right now have nothing to do with the map. So whatever map you put me on, if I can't res teammates now, I'm not going to be able to res them on Verdansk unless you fix it. Like, it has nothing to do with the map. So I don't know, man. I don't know I don't know. But it's gotten to the point, like you said earlier, where you're just like, you're not even angry anymore. You're just sad. I'm in a different boat. I'm not even angry anymore. I just find it really funny. Like I've never, in a very weird way, I've seldom experienced as much joy playing Warzone as I have recently, but not because it's a good, fun gaming experience, but rather it is so unbelievable. It is nearly unbelievable how much of a mess it is that I cry laughing usually every single time I play it. I'm not joking. I'll literally cry laughing because Jake will tilt about something, or Cope will tilt about something, or Tanner will scream at the top of his lungs. Nothing fucking works. It just makes me laugh really hard.
Yeah.
So that's something, I guess. But it's like, this is the type of quality you would expect from a free-to-play Steam game that your friend and his buddies have been designing as like a master's project in college or something. That's the level of quality you expect from the quality we have here, rather, is what you would expect from a game like that.
Yeah.
So like, oh, some 22-year-old who like knows a couple things, but I mean, it's kind of a mess. Like I can sort of play it, but it's like really bad. But this is Activision publishing. I mean, monsters. So I don't know, man.
It's worse than a free-to-play game would be on Steam, because if a development studio put out a free-to-play game on Steam that was this bad, their reputation would be instantly destroyed with overwhelmingly negative reviews, and they would never come out of that.
That's a good point.
With COD, it doesn't matter. The game can be as bad as possible, and we're all still going to play it. Yeah. The only reason I'm still playing this game is because I have people to play with. If you play this game solo and you are playing it like every day, you have to check yourself into some sort of home. You are insane. You are fucking insane. It's only funny to play. It's not fun. It's funny to play the game right now.
Right.
With people.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
exactly.
Insanity if you're playing this game solo. Ever.
Yeah. It's like a masochistic humiliation ritual playing this game. So it's definitely only doable with friends. I completely agree. I do not play solo. Yeah, I just don't. Which I did last year, by the way. I was learning controller. I would like queue Rebirth solo, have fun. The thought of me doing that now. No fucking shot.
I even played Vondel solo in MW2 Warzone. Holy shit, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, so what does that tell you?
Well, things are looking up here because now we've got a progress report from Ricochet, which has been a big issue.
Wow.
So we're probably going to see a lot of changes to the anti-cheat here that they just implemented.
Hello, stupid, dumb idiot. Today, I'm pleased to announce that for the month of December, Patreon memberships are 50% off any tier. Gold for $2.50 for an entire month. Ad-free episodes, early access episodes, and 3 Call of Duty bonus episodes every single month. You can get a higher tier, also 50% off, but Gold's probably the most bang for your buck, or if you're new, it's probably where you'd want to start. But the Q&A episodes for Platinum patrons and behind-the-scenes episodes and Damascus Hangouts for Damascus patrons, of course, also go bonkers, and you could get into all of that action for 50% off in the month of December. You can also gift Patreon memberships. Does that stack with the discounts? I have no idea, but if you wanted to gift your terrible, terrible teammates a Patreon membership so they can get better, that's a swell idea, and you might be able to do it for 50% off, but you can certainly do it for 50% off for your goddamn self so that you get those bonus eps, and you don't have to hear ads like this one ever again. Let's get back to the show. Yeah, so we got a Ricochet anti-cheat progress report. Season 1 in ranked play. This was posted on the 13th, which I believe was on Tuesday of, and by Tuesday, I of course mean Friday. So 6 days ago. Now, we talked about this a little bit again on Patreon in our last episode, but we're going to cover it in a little more detail here. Don't think we're going to be reading all of this. Maybe we will. But
there's really not much to say about it.
Well, yeah. So I want to start off the bat by saying none of this is going to matter. I'll talk about that more at the end. So let me do a little skim here. I've already sort of skimmed this, but whatever. Season 1 arrives later, blah, blah, blah. Words, big words, and they're very intimidating. Okay. So BO6 launch details and data. So keep in mind, by the way, this is multiplayer and Warzone is what they're talking about, not just one or the other. In-game reporting and internal data show that the upgrades made to Ricochet anti-cheat systems for launch have stood up strongly against cheaters. Off to a horrific start. That is, add it to the list of lies. Just lies. This is obviously not true. Go play ranked anything, and you will see a cheater probably every single fucking game, multiplayer or Warzone. So, unless I don't know what the word strongly means, this is not true. Obviously, right? So, terrible, horrific start, bold-faced lying to me. Just right to my face. Got it. This isn't pissing me off a lot at all. Several systems we've deployed, including those in secret, I want to say it, that were designed only to monitor data to ensure the effectiveness of upcoming detections, have been performing beyond expectation across behavioral and identification measures. Okay. What? What the fuck does that mean? What did you just say? They've deployed systems, some of which they did secretly, that were designed only to monitor data to ensure the effectiveness of upcoming detections. Here's a fucking idea. Deploy actual anti-cheat rather than monitoring of cheaters. Here's an idea. How many times have we been told, oh, we let people cheat basically so that we can monitor them to stop them better? Hey, it's been fucking 4 years. Maybe it's time we stop just watching from the cuck chair and actually getting involved and banning some cheaters.
I'd like to get involved, yeah.
Get involved. Get mixy one time. But cool. Your systems that watch cheaters fuck my ass are working better than intended or better than expected.
Yeah.
Seek Canadian healthcare expeditiously, please. God, I hate them. So, yeah, I won't tilt at all. Okay, for example, a new behavioral model. Oh, and by the way, all these words these are actually big and intimidating words. Behavioral and identification measures. What the fuck do you mean by that? Hey, I'm not an anti-cheat developer. Why don't you explain what that means? Do you know what a behavioral or identification measure means?
I know what that means.
What the fuck is a behavioral measure? What is that? What is that? Explain it. You're doing a progress report. Maybe it's important I know what the words you're using mean.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll happen.
God, it bothers me so much. Okay, so here we go. Okay, well, you know what? Maybe I spoke too soon. Hold on. For example, a new behavioral model to analyze for anomalous skill.
Oh, shit, they must be talking about aim assist.
Yeah, has recorded and categorized.
That's literally an anomalous skill, yeah.
Okay. A new behavioral model to analyze for anomalous skill has recorded and categorized over 4.4 million data points per hour at its peak.
Yeah, I know exactly what that means.
This information feeds into a system that examines both authentic play and cheaters to better suss out, and they italicize that to be cute, as if this is fucking funny. If you guys were really good at your jobs, I would laugh with you at your dumb fucking joke. Don't joke when I die to 3 out of 3 cheaters this very afternoon in your game. Bad actors based on how they play, flagging accounts for human review and potential action. Okay, so think about this. Think about this, right? 4.4 million data points per hour is what their Ricochet system found of anomalous skill, which they then flag for human review and potential action. Let's do some math here, guys. How many employees would it take for you to analyze by human hands 4.4 million data points per hour? Hey, Activision's a big company, but they're not that big. That's way too much for some guy to handle. Obviously. This is why the anti-cheat needs to not just flag people for Tom, Dick, and Harry over in the anti-cheat department to fucking watch VODs of like an asshole. It needs to be way more powerful and have way more authority and ban people itself. I need to see bans where no one even knows what happened except the guy cheating.
Dude, I don't even think I've gotten a positive ban report in this game. I'm dead serious. Maybe they just removed that feature, or that feature's bugged, or fucking nobody's getting banned. All of which are possible, by the way. Maybe I got 40 ban reports, but I don't know because that feature probably doesn't work. If they were smart, they would genuinely just remove it. Because if I were to get like one every 2 weeks, I would just be more mad than getting none. Because I'm just hoping and assuming now they just don't give them to you anymore. Because otherwise, I should log on every single day with 5 at least.
Yeah. So this, this highlights the problem. This is not an anti-cheat. Ricochet isn't an anti-cheat. It is an AI, I guess, monitoring tool that just says, hey, anti-cheat team, pay attention, go look at this account, humanly review it, and then maybe you can ban them if you want. Obviously, that isn't working. It's not fast enough. You don't have enough human beings to analyze 4.4 million data points per hour. Obviously. That's why TTV Moon was blatantly wall hacking and aimbotting, like rage hacking.
Yeah.
For 2 weeks uninterrupted, because Ricochet would analyze that data point and it would say, okay, add this to the queue so the Ricochet humans can look at it and ban the guy. So it does that, but there are so many, literally millions of data points that the TTV Moon's name does not come to the top of the queue for fucking weeks. And by then, he's already got 3 other accounts waiting in the wings with his 20 matches played or whatever, ready to queue as soon as you ban him. This does not work. You need your Ricochet to be taking action autonomously without human review. You got to do it. You have to do it. You have to be willing to pull the plug. And if that means, honestly, I can't believe I'm saying this. Normally, okay, when it comes to things that are important in real life, I don't think this way. But in this case, if that means a couple innocent people get banned, fuck it. You have to do it. Because this is untenable. I mean, this is completely untenable. I would rather some small portion of players get erroneously banned by Ricochet, but a lot of actual cheaters get banned by them, a lot more than we have now, than the opposite, where fucking no cheaters get banned for fear of banning a legitimate player. I think we have now reached that tipping point, and then we can address that problem after we've addressed all of the cheaters. Then we can start working on smarter ways to not ban legitimate players and ban fewer and fewer and fewer of them over time, and use those human resources to look at ban appeals and review those, and then be like, you know what? I think Ricochet was wrong to automatically ban this guy. After human review, I have now unbanned you. That's a much better use of human review time than trying to review every anomalous data point your AI finds, because you'll never keep up, fucking obviously. So I hate this. Even if it's true, by the way, I believe nothing. I believe nothing. This may or may not be true. They could just be lying or telling some weird tale using omission, duplicity, smoke screens to try and sell you something, but they're not actually saying that. They're really saying something else, etc. They are very, very prone to lies of omission, manipulation, duplicity, etc. They've done all tricky language. They do it all the fucking time. There's probably some of that going on here, if not just outright lying. So even if I do take them at their word, which I don't, this is bad regardless. And this is why there are so many cheaters. You have to give Ricochet more authority. You have to. Let the computer ban people itself. So let's move on. As of last week, Ricochet intervened in over 582,000 matches to remove suspicious accounts before they could win, as well as removing thousands of accounts before they played a single game. Do they think we care? If I'm seeing
the numbers genuinely don't matter if you still see them every match. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Exactly. It's like, dude, I don't care how much you want to jerk yourself off. If this is even true, once again, which they could just be lying, right? Obviously. Even if it's true, I don't give a fuck. If I've seen 2 cheaters in every single ranked match I've played today, like Biffle did, I don't care how many cheaters you ban. It obviously isn't enough. So.
I mean, if this was Valorant, it would be saying the opposite. It would be saying, our anti-cheat system intervened in thousands of matches to remove suspicious accounts, as well as removing 582,000 before they played a match. That's what it should say. All these people should be getting banned as soon as they launch the game, because the kernel level driver should always be running no matter what you're doing on your computer.
Correct.
And you should be instant banned no matter what you're doing. If you have the cheats installed on your computer and you try running them, no matter what you're doing, you should be immediately banned on COD. It's that, yeah.
It is
God,
that
they
simple.
have to do something more.
It's so obvious. Yeah, they're shit.
They're just scared to intervene like that.
They're so scared, and they're all these people on. There aren't a lot of them right now, to be fair, but there are times when people are like, "Well, it's hard to," or they say this themselves a lot. It's very hard to combat cheaters. It's a game of cat and mouse. Once again, for the fucking umpteenth time, if Valorant can do a much better job, then so can you. Period. You can do it. You have the resources. You just don't want to. Don't tell me the job is too hard. It's not. It's not like you're incapable of making an anti-cheat, but Valorant is. I mean, there's no world in which that's true. It's like, oh, we're trying our best. We're doing everything we can, but there are still cheaters in multiple cheaters in every single ranked game you play. No, that's not true. That's a lie. That's just a bold-faced lie. So don't tell me how hard it is to be an anti-cheat dev. At all. It's just not true. There is proof in concept right now in other games. So anyway, rank play security updates. I'm reading this now.
A lot of this is talking about BO6 ranked play, yeah.
Oh yeah, requiring players to play matches in their region to cut down on VPN abuse. I mean, not an issue at all compared to, wall hackers and aimbotters.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, not much there. And then some policy updates. There was another report, wasn't or like
it's right
Ricochet
here in our next
blog,
report
wasn't it?
schedule for the mid-season of season 2. Oh wait, yeah, where is the other one?
There is another one, I think. I thought there was.
I mean, there definitely was, because it
website.
Wasn't on here.
Let me see. Let me go.
The part we were talking about
let me go to
yesterday
the
isn't even on
slides
here, I
for
don't think.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna go.
Oh,
to,
this is old as shit. Oh, you pulled up. This is a month old.
Oh, fuck me. My bad. It is.
Yeah, this is fucking super
Dude,
old. I was wondering
swear to
why
God,
it wasn't
I
talking
pulled this
about Warzone
from their
at all.
website. Wow.
Using their most recent link.
Yep.
That-
it was on the front
that's what
page.
Well, that's the other thing that happens too. When you click a link on Twitter, it just doesn't.
No, I
and it
was
takes
on
the
Call
COD
of Duty's website when I clicked this.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, they're so shit.
Well, they all read the same, so it really doesn't matter.
I mean,
They all
everything I
say the
said
same
still
thing.
applies.
Yeah.
Like, and yeah, I don't know, whatever. Fucking Christ.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that in. So yeah, just so you guys know, I was reading things from a November 13th blog post.
Yep.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there was another one on December 16th. This is what I thought we were fucking reading. My bad.
Did you put it in the notes or no?
I'll put it in there right now. Sorry. Fucking Christ.
I was gonna say this does not sound
So
familiar
tilting.
at all.
I should have realized that, but whatever. All right. Anyway, so that was the last Ricochet progress report. Maybe there could have been one in the interim, but this is the most recent one. I've now double checked. December 16th.
Okay.
So that was 3 days
Got it
ago.
pulled up now.
That was this week. Ricochet anti-cheat update. Okay. Since BO6 was released, blah, blah, blah.
That's why they said things were going well, because that was the old blog post. Yeah.
Okay, well, they say it again here, because I remember you saying I was going to get mad at this.
Yeah.
The anti-cheat systems performed well during the BO6 launch window, And as a result, the team shifted focus to preparations for season 1. That I actually
That's true. Yeah, actually,
kind of agree with.
Because it was multiplayer. I don't know how many
really
cheaters I ran into in multiplayer.
Cheaters. Yeah. So after a series of updates, our systems are in a better place today across all modes. Well, that's obviously not true for reasons we just went into. However, we did not hit the mark for the integration of Ricochet at the launch of season 1, particularly for ranked play. No shit. We understand the promise of glory and notoriety from ranked, blah, blah, blah. For this reason, our teams have been especially focused on turning the tide to deliver the competitive arena our players seek. Here's what we've done. Account bans are now happening hourly due to increased velocity from several Ricochet systems. This is in addition to the over 19,000 accounts we've removed recently. And they link to a tweet from November 25th. So the last ban wave by their own account was almost a month ago.
And I never understand this. I want to talk to somebody who knows more about this because I don't understand why they have to do ban waves. Like even saying account bans are now happening hourly. How are they not just instant when somebody's spin botting? How does that fall into a category of an account being banned hour? Like this still makes it sound like every hour they do like a small little ban wave, like a mini ban wave. How are these guys not just getting immediately tossed? Why does it work this specific way? I don't get it.
There might be like technical reasons for that. Like they like flag a bunch of accounts and then on the hour they ban the batch.
Yeah.
That would be fine, honestly. I would be fine with that.
Yeah.
If it was hourly. But I mean, obviously that's not working. So, anyway, these updates to our systems mean enforcement response times are now quicker than they've ever been.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, again, still not enough. I mean, they're jerking themselves off when I see a cheater in every single fucking game.
Yeah.
Leaderboards, the cleanup process has been updated. Okay. Super don't give a fuck about that. No one except the top 250 people care about that. So like whatever.
And most of them are cheating. Yeah.
And most of them are cheating. Yeah, right. We've significantly expanded our replay investigation render farm, the machine used to generate clips for examination. Okay, so once again, there shouldn't even be a need for this. Let the AI ban them themselves. The fact that you need to generate clips for human beings to examine, that process is too slow for the most popular BR of all time that is also free to play. You can't do it.
Yeah.
You can't keep up. You cannot keep up if you are requiring a human to press the button. You will never keep up. Your game is free to play. You're too popular. Give the authority to the AI. Let the machines win. We've also ramped up the group dedicated to manually reviewing clips based on a priority order that favors detections. I don't know what that means. I don't know what any of that means. What does it mean to ramp up a group that is dedicated to manually reviewing clips?
It sounds like to me they've put more humans in that department to work on that.
Okay.
That's what I take it as.
Yeah, could mean that.
And then based on a priority order that favors detections, it's probably something like some guy spin botting with 100% headshot rate is higher on a priority list than some other guy that's been reported a bunch of times that might be hiding
like Ricochet detections. Yeah, I think you're right. Okay. Well, again, yeah, unless that team has been ramped up to 4.4 million employees, then it's going to be far, far, far too fucking slow. In the last several weeks, the replay tool updates have been highly effective at validating detections and reports, providing further training for AI systems for the anti-cheat team and removing cheaters. So, like, I mean, I just keep repeating myself. This is all fine and dandy, but even if this is a really good system, even if you perfect this system, it will always be too slow. Your game's too popular. You can't rely on manual reviews. You can't. Yeah. You have to just let that.
I honestly didn't really expect them to be doing. I didn't think they hardly did manual reviews at all. How can you in a game this large with this many? It's not possible to manually review close to being fast enough.
And it seems so obviously true, but That's what they do. I mean, I guess
they have no choice when the anti-cheat doesn't stop people from opening your game and cheating it. They have no choice but to manually review everything. Probably wasn't their goal to do it this way. They're just forced to do it now because they realize nothing works and every single anti-cheat or every single cheat provider just gets around Ricochet.
Yeah, it's completely insane. So I don't know, whatever. So then they say our focus and they link to something. What is this? This is in October. It's the one we just read. Our focus is ramping up speed of enforcement when cheaters do make it through our initial checks, which eliminates many bad actors before they make it into the game. Use a series of systems that include human reviews, kernel driver detections, to block memory tampering, client-side and server-side detections, to flag suspicious behavior, and AI systems to get illicit accounts out of the game as quickly as possible. Again, this is all contingent on human reviews, which are too slow. That's the problem. That is so obviously the problem. It's just too slow. You can't keep up. Looking forward, the team is developing major updates, including our kernel-level driver and brand new server-side protections, launching during Season 2 and 3. More on those updates as we get closer. So again, your kernel-level driver can be literally perfect at detecting cheaters, but if you are requiring a human being to go to that ticket and then press the ban button, it doesn't fucking matter at all.
Yeah.
Because that just means you're aware that there are 80,000 accounts that have been flagged that you still have to review today. Oh, and by the way, by the time you get through those, there are 160,000 more. You don't have enough human beings. You can't. It doesn't work. So, this seems so obvious to me that I must be missing something. Unless they're just that afraid of permanently banning one legitimate player by letting Ricochet have the authority. That's my only guess. Which is, I mean, that ship has absolutely sailed. So I don't know. While we continue in our effort, enable two-factor authentication. This is good advice on literally every account you have that you care at all about. You should enable two-factor so that you don't get your shit hacked. And that is how a lot of cheaters are cheating, is they're just stealing accounts. Like Tanner had said a while ago, they're not playing the fucking 20 matches you need anyway. They're taking your account, who's already done it for them, and just stealing it. And if you have two-factor, they almost certainly can't do that because they're not going to like duplicate your SIM card to get the text or your email. So do that, I guess. But I mean, this is not the problem. Not enough people having two-factor is not the reason cheaters are so bad. So
that's pretty much it.
While we've made progress, we know more needs to be done, and we're eager to share details. Yeah, so like, again, none of this matters. Until they are willing to let Ricochet take action on its own, this shit doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's simple. So, and also, I mean, if all of this sounds really cool to you, that's great, but how many Rosie Ricochet blog posts have we gotten since it launched? How many times have they been true? Literally zero. Literally zero.
It's just always a bunch of words.
It's always just a bunch of words, big words, lies.
Yeah.
So, got it. Okay. And then just a couple other funny little things before we go here. We talked about this a little bit as well. There was a big scandal about a loading screen with Santa Claus on it that appears to have 6 fingers. So a lot of people were like, oh my God, Activision's using AI to make their art. This is really bad for some reason. I think that's retarded, but whatever. We're not going to belabor that point anymore. But there is a little bit more on this. Charlie Intel tweeted on the 16th. Microsoft CEO says AI innovation will help in game development for Xbox, which now owns Activision. I think long-term as a company, we can bring the best of AI innovation, cloud innovation, console innovation, stop saying innovation, PC innovation to build the best games that can be enjoyed by gamers everywhere. And this is from an investor meeting reported on by Stephen Totillo. That's a cool name, Totillo. I mean, duh, is all I have to say about this. If you're mad about AI in art or anywhere, okay, cool. You can be mad about it, but it's coming and all the companies are going to use it. And it can often do a better job than human beings do, and it can do it faster. Here's a great example of where I wish they would use more AI innovation. They're fucking anti-cheat. Let AI do it all, and including the ban, including pressing the button. That would be a great thing. So you're going to see more AI innovation. I embrace it. And
I want 0 humans working for Activision Studios by 2035. Yeah. I want the whole company to just be artificial intelligence so badly.
That's correct. Yeah.
I want the gaming industry to have the biggest crash they've ever seen because AI took over. God, that would make me happy. Yeah.
All the devs not having jobs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Specifically the Activision ones. That would be awesome. Yeah, I agree.
Specifically also the ones working on Warzone. Yeah.
Especially them. Yeah. So, last thing here, I have 2 videos. I want to just share these. We did share these on Patreon, but they are funny. And I think worth mentioning a little bit more here. If you want to hear a lot more of our thoughts on all of this, tune in for our bonus ep. But this first one is from Nadeshot. He tweeted this sometime this week, I think on the 17th or the 16th. Here's a little 1-minute video. We're just going to play this. You ready, buddy?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, click.
Call of Duty has served us up a pile of shit from a network performance standpoint. They won't invest in better servers, higher tick rate servers. There's no server protections. There's no safeguards to make sure players are having a fair gaming experience. The shame in all this, like the biggest issue that I have with all this is that Black Ops 6 is actually a lot of fun. The game is fun for me to play if it were working properly. The core mechanics of the game are fun. I enjoy the movement. I enjoy the gunplay. I enjoy some parts of the foundation of the game, but I can't play it. I can't enjoy it. There's no integrity. Somebody's cheating, or the network sucks, or the game is broken. I'm certainly not retiring from Black Ops 6, but I definitely will not be playing it every day. I just can't. I don't enjoy it enough to sit here and play it every day. They made a great game, but then they try to save money for their shareholders, for the bottom line, for their business units, their P&L. They think nobody will notice, nobody will care. The times have changed, Call of Duty. We got to wake up. Call of Duty.
Okay. So that's Nadeshot, by the way, who a lot of you probably know. He was a former CDL player. He is currently the owner of 100 Thieves, which is they're like a merch company, but also an org, a team in the CDL. I actually don't know if they're still in the CDL.
I think they
get out or something. Okay.
They're kind of falling apart like most gaming orgs do. They probably won't be around in about a year.
Yeah, but anyway, he knows his stuff. He's very popular. He's respected in the Call of Duty scene. And yeah, he said, I'm just done for now because game's ass, which is obviously true. And Swag has said something similar. And he's contemplating just not playing anymore. And we talked a lot about this and Swag's thing and a lot of other big content creators and their opinions lately on COD in our last bonus episode. So if you want to hear like a lot more of our thoughts on that, then go listen to that. $2.50 to become a patron for the month of December. Now, why is Nadeshot saying this? Why is he saying there are cheaters and the network sucks and the game's broken and there's no integrity? I will show you an example. This is a tweet from Charlie Intel that was tweeted yesterday. And this is pretty much exactly what Nadeshot is talking about.
Nadeshot also, by the way, Nadeshot is talking about multiplayer. He hasn't even played Warzone, probably. He doesn't know how fucking bad Warzone is. It's a hell of a lot worse than multiplayer. For cheaters, probably not. Multiplayer ranked is probably more infested than Warzone even. But bugs, certainly Warzone takes the cake, yeah. And server issues too, probably.
Yeah. So this is like a bug cheater combo, I would call it. For reasons that will become obvious in a second. So tell me when you're ready.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
Whoa, somebody's died. That's a beam smasher. God, it's so funny.
God, it's hilarious. Very curious.
Know what just hit me there is the kid recording the clip goes, he just sighs at the end as he logs out. Did you notice the sigh? He goes,
no.
God,
No, I didn't.
That's fucking funny, man.
So, but for those of you who are just
so
listening,
funny.
you should watch it because it's really funny. But
God, I love
there's
this.
a clip of a guy on Rebirth Island using the beam smasher. Now, no, there was not a new weapon that dropped. This is a wonder weapon from Call of Duty Zombies.
Yeah.
It is not possible to have this in Warzone unless you are cheating and or exploiting a bug or both. And in addition to that, on top of that, he is rage aim locking.
Yeah.
I mean, pixel perfect instant tracking to multiple people. That is an example of the what Nadeshot is talking about and what a lot of other people are talking about. I also saw today, I don't have it. I don't know if I can find it either, but there's another Twitter clip. Not only is, you thought only the beam smasher could be obtained on Rebirth Island, but actually there are 2 wonder weapons on that map, it turns out, because the other one is, of course, the ray gun. And there's a guy who dies to a ray gun. I can't find it right now, but it's also funny. It was tweeted like today or yesterday, and it's just a full team of 4 using ray guns on Rebirth, and of course aim locking, and just instantly just melting everyone. And the guy who's yeah, this is it.
No. That's the link I just posted. That's not it. I was just going to talk about that after.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. The ray gun one is also very funny. I mean, the guy's literally just 4 people using ray guns.
A whole team using them. Yeah, it's funny.
Just blasting. And the guy clipping it, they're like dying laughing because it's just such a joke. But yeah. And then I guess we got one other tweet here. What is this?
I just thought this was another funny one. Some guy tweeted out, someone beat you to it unlucky, and he added Colt Havoc on Twitter, who is the guy who's like #1 in ranked play right now in multiplayer, like grinding. I don't know. I see his name all the time. I guess he's not in the CDL, but he like is good apparently. I'm not sure, but anyways, and it's a screenshot of somebody from his recent players list. And it's some guy level 47 non-prestige with the top 250 champion calling card, or sorry, not the calling card, the top 250 operator. And it's the one for being #1 in the world. So it's not only the top 250, it's a top 250 champion. So some guy cheating with an unlock tool already has the season 1 top 250 champion skin on his account. The season hasn't finished yet even. And
so
he's also
any of these out.
He's also gotten it by cheating and unlocking all. Crazy. Really funny to see this in a lobby. I haven't ran into this in Warzone yet. I honestly expected to see some guy running this by now, but
you know what? I think Jake and I did on Area 99. We were playing, this was like 2 weeks ago, and we killed some guy, and Jake's like, dude, isn't this the top 250 skin? And I like go over and look at the body. I'm like, is it? And we weren't sure because I was like, that's weird because it's not even in the game yet. But it would have been possible. So
that's
maybe
possible.
We have seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's funny because
Really
the game
funny.
doesn't work. That's the issue. That's the problem.
Nothing works.
Yeah, nothing
Nothing works. It's a joke. It is yeah. And whatever's going on behind the scenes is a complete black box. I have no idea. But it's a mess. It's a disaster. So we'll see. We'll keep you guys posted. All right. My voice is giving out, so we're going to end this. Before we go, we do have some announcements. Welcome to our new patrons, our new gold patrons, Crunchy and Mitchin S. That's a weird name. Where are you from? Let us know. Thank you very much, boys. Our new platinum patron, The Caveman, based. I like the profile picture. Thank you very much, dude. And a better person than all of you, our new Damascus patron, 14 Dazed. Change it. An absolute king. Thank you very much, buddy. And we also got a new annual, locking in for a year, Platinum patron. Cruisin' 1. Based. Change that also. Boys, thank you very much. Patreon.com/the Dropshot. We just did our final Patreon bonus episodes for the month. So all of December Patreon episodes are now live.
That's what they
And
say.
if you join, you can instantly go listen to them. We just did our behind the scenes for our Damascus patrons. It was about 2 hours long, by the way.
Yeah, they
It was
were
very
both
long.
too long. We're giving them entirely too much content for what they pay, especially this month.
Yeah.
So we'll be limiting those to 45 minutes going forward. Yeah.
We'll be throttling those. Yeah, that's correct. But we did our behind the scenes. It was good. It was cool. I think that one was particularly interesting. And then for all of our patrons, gold and up, we just released our latest, again, like 2-hour episode, bonus episode, which was that Twitter roundup. So we talked a lot more about that Nade Shot clip and tweets, Swag, Kaylee, Joe Woe, a bunch of other people, and really went into detail about how the community feels about Warzone right now, both from obviously the streamer perspective, our perspective, and then like the average player's perspective. And I think both episodes were very, very, very good. And if you wanted to listen to them, again, for the month of December, you can join the Patreon, any tier, 50% off. Ad-free episodes, early access episodes, and then up to 5 bonus episodes, minimum of 3 bonus episodes every single month. It is the best way to support the show, and we would very much appreciate it. And you can gift Patreon memberships now, by the way. So do that too if you wanted to be a little I don't know, elf, Christmas enjoyer, whatever. Like the video if you're on YouTube, and Saturday we will be doing an episode.
We will.
We won't be doing one on Thursday. We'll talk more about that on Saturday. But what we're doing on Saturday, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe an emergency roundtable if we can get the boys into it.
Oh, that's getting too crazy, man.
That might be getting too crazy, so we'll see. But it's possible there's an emergency roundtable. So if you guys are into that, you're going to want to be here.
Maybe we should get the lead Ricochet dev on the episode on Saturday.
I'd rather get him in an unmarked van.
We could do that. Rent a little U-Haul.
Yeah, something. And yeah, we drive him to a resort, surely. So anyway, yeah. Be here Saturday. We might do a roundtable. We might do something else, but it'll be fun and exciting. Thank you for watching and listening. Activision devs do not fix or play their own game.
Yeah.